Hello, I'm Marlene Ennis Joseph, final year quality management student pursuing a major in management studies at the University of the West Indies, St. Augustine. Today, I'll be sharing with you Deming's 14 points towards implementing quality improvement. At the end of this lesson, viewers will be able to identify the following objectives. 1. Identify quality that was practiced within a traditionally managed organization versus the newly adopted philosophy of total quality. And 2. Discuss the application of Deming's 14 points towards achieving organizational excellence leading to total quality in the products and services. Let us now look at a video on quality. While looking at this video, think of what quality means to you. Interestingly amazing. What do you think? Literature has shown that quality is in the eye of the beholder, and people deal with the issue of quality in every sphere of their lives. Let us remember the scenes from the video. Funny, isn't it? There is no universally accepted definition for the concept of quality, but the various contributions made share the underlying principle. That is, quality involves meeting and exceeding customer expectations. One can even say that quality applies to all products, services, processes, and the environment. But where did the concept of quality originate? Can any of you remember the name of the philosopher or the founding father? Does the name William Edwards Deming ring a bell? Yes, Dr. W. Edwards Deming was the quality pioneer who outlined the 14 points in his book entitled Out of the Crisis. His 14 points were widely recognized for the rebirth of Japanese industry after the end of World War II in the 1940s to 1950s. In that era, industries were able to apply the key principles and transform the industry, as Deming would say, from business as usual to world-class quality. Just imagine, Deming's points can be applied to any type and size of business. Isn't this amazing? Let us now examine the 14 points contributed by Deming so that we can apply it to an organizational setting we are more familiar with. Point 1. Create constancy of purpose. What would you say is the common purpose of most organizations? Are you thinking in terms of organizational excellence, competitive advantage, sustainability? Well, you are correct. To achieve these objectives or common purpose, all hands must be on deck. Management and their team should develop within the organization the ability to provide superior quality at all times to every customer. Remember the terms meeting and exceeding customers' needs. It will be futile to attempt to strive for each excellence without engaging in proper modes of communication within the organization. So managers should be willing and able to communicate the message, the purpose to employees, whether by staff emails, retreats, internal memos, and I'm sure you can think of a few others. Point 2. Adopt a new philosophy. Makes you wonder what was happening in terms of quality before. Think back to the manufacturing plant, say in the 1980s. Some of you weren't even born, but don't try to figure my age out. It was expected that with every batch of products, defective parts measured by the hundreds were churned out. Today, think of the Toyota way. Defective parts are now measured per millions produced. There is emphasis on quality and the need to reduce wastage, which amounts to less defective parts. Point 3. Cease inspection, require evidence. You are now beginning to say that this Dr. Deming is mad. How could he suggest cease inspection? He simply says that quality should be introduced at the start of the process. The concept of quality should be ingrained in employees' minds and all their processes. The focus should be on continual improvement of products, people, and processes, so that defects can be minimized as low as reasonably possible by using statistical control systems. Employees are encouraged to be proactive so that defects are rarely entertained rather than waiting for machine breakdowns and other root causes to arise before the matter can be addressed. My favorite phrase is, deal with the root causes before the effects. Improve the quality of supplies. More and more today, we are seeing managers trying to maintain effective long-term business relations with suppliers. The synergy created from the close supplier relationship can lead to improvement of quality design and service. Some suppliers are even setting up workstations in customers' premise so that they can be informed of any need for supplies within quick time. In some stores like Walmart, at the point of sale registers, suppliers will get an alert as to how fast a particular stock is moving. This will reduce stockout costs as well as storage costs. Can you see how quality can be improved by being more in tune with the customer's needs? Point 5. Continuous improvement. Management and employees must continuously seek to improve quality and productivity by improving the systems and processes utilized in making the product. Management should examine all processes and eliminate the non-value-added components within the value chain. To put the new processes into effect, employees should be trained so as to ensure proper usage. Point 6. Job training. What have you noticed so far? That all Deming's points reflect the improvement of people, processes, and products to achieve quality within the organization. At this point, Deming again emphasizes the need for training among staff to ensure organizational efficiency. Oftentimes, some managers view training as an unnecessary expense to the organization. But as students of management, we know that the employees are an organization's most valued asset. Adequate training given to employees help boost their productivity and the quality of the product. Point 7. Supervisor must help people. We are almost there. Gone should be the days of traditional style of management, which entails lots of barriers to be able to meet with managers. In those times, managers were viewed as overseers. Today, managers are required to mentor, work alongside, and coach employees to provide support to each other. We are all in this together. Management should provide the requisite tools to ensure that employees carry out their duties to the best of their ability. Some managers enjoy the concept of management by walking around. By doing this, they are able to show employees that they care and are with them each and every step of the way. In turn, the organization will be committed to employees. Point 8. Drive out fear. I want to encourage each viewer to look at the video Google Live at the following link. This video will show you what it feels like to be working in an organization without fear. At the end of the cast, I will show you the link. You will be exposed to the level of autonomy against employees. Employee morale is high, and staff members are usually given freedom to express their ideas and feel committed to go beyond the call of duty to exceed their true potential. Now compare this to the days of Frederick Taylor, where employees were passive workers who followed orders by their supervisors. Employees were valued by how much they can contribute to the bottom line, used merely for their labor, not their brains. Happy employees contribute more towards quality. Point 9. Teamwork eliminates boundaries. Within the organization, employees should be encouraged to work in teams. In particular, cross-functional teams should be from areas such as research and development, production, and sales. Team members should work collaboratively to achieve quality products rather than operate in silos, which will not lead to organizational excellence. Total quality should be a concept fully integrated throughout the organization and should be everyone's responsibility. Point 10. Clearly outline expectations. 0 defects. Setting improvement targets. These buzz phrases are useless without showing employees how to achieve them. One can think of the fear and resistance to change when employees are confronted by these terms without getting clear directions. Point 11. No numerical targets. Deming saw internal competition through numerical quotas as a waste of energy that could have been otherwise utilized in improving quality and in turn external competitiveness. He saw production targets as encouraging the delivery of poor quality products. Now we are on to point 12. Allow people to be proud of their work. Organizations should encourage employees to take pride in their jobs. Traditionally, managed organizations rated employees using performance appraisal. This practice continues today in some organizations and can lead to demotivation of employees when targets cannot be met. Deming had highlighted that employees should be treated the same and not made to compete with their peers. This will eventually lead to elevation of quality due to high staff morale. Point 13. Encourage self-improvement. This point is linked to another mentioned previously, that is job training. Everyone in the organization should be encouraged to improve self via education. This increases employee skills within the environment, leading to a more adaptable workforce, eventually resulting in total quality. Point 14. Commit to ever improving quality. Finally, the organization should adopt a holistic approach towards improving quality. Everyone should be involved and committed. Deming indicates that effective change management can be used to introduce the new philosophy and ideas in his 14 points. We have reached the end of this lesson's screencast. I hope you have enjoyed the lesson and the key principles are a lot clearer to you. As you reflect on the learning objectives, look at a real organization and how Deming's points have been applied in achieving quality products and services. These are the video links for the slides previously mentioned at point 8, drive out fear, and at the conclusion. I hope you find these slides interesting. Thank you for listening.